And we are on. This is Dublin Darkness, random social scene of some sabbat characters. So, back at the historical prison that's become the main sabbat fortress in the heart of Dublin, we have Patrick O'Malley, Ductus of the Shisha Pack, coming back from his Ductus meeting earlier tonight. See other broadcast. We also have Q.
Oh, talking to me?
Anyone?
Oh, well, I'm Cerise. I'm the priestess for the Knights of Blood.
Who?
And I'm just here to, see what's going on. Kind of poke my nose around and introduce myself a little.
I'll intro. This is Spudgun. He's been a vampire for not particularly all that long, and if his name is any good indicator, he likes potatoes. Not really, he's just good with them. That's why he carries a shovel. Anywho's.
Oh, and we've lost Rose.
Yes, we've lost someone due to technical difficulties.
That's a shame.
But either way.
Well, we'll count for a few minutes, and maybe hopefully she'll rejoin us.
Yeah, we'll
You must have obfuscated, right?
Probably.
There you are, Spudgun. Good to see you again. I need to get my accent.
I've got to get mine as well.
Yeah, I'm the volunteer. Right. Well, that was eventful. I guess you're not back yet. I see you found a friend.
What are you talking about? And he kind of looks up. Oh, I didn't even notice they were there.
Yeah, there's a lot of that about tonight.
Can I just ask you something? I want you to be dead honest with me.
Sure.
Did some lick just find some of the? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like every single is there a proper term for female vampires?
No, they're just vampires.
All right. Well, is it me, or does it seem like every female vampire around here seems like they're a Victoria's Secret model or some shit?
Well, I guess the pretty ones are more likely to get braced.
Yeah, I suppose. But... I don't know. I just kind of thought it would be kind of a bit different. It seems like all the lads are all kind of just standard, standard kind of guys, just guys kind of like me, just got picked up out of nowhere, twatted over the head with a shovel, and then forced to dig their way up from the ground.
Some people are. Some people get chosen if they're useful. But go on.
Don't look at me. I've been canvassed by my great uncle for 20 or 30 years before he even managed to frigging ghoul me. And I look this way by choice, honey. She breathes on her breath. She breathes on her nails and kind of shines them on her shirt.
What you mean? You mean those your lips aren't naturally black?
Canvas.
Well,
I have to fucking ask it. Is this about? In fact, don't fucking tell me. I'm not even interested in that incest shite. I had enough for it from their fucking royals.
Yeah, some people get chosen. The whole being canvas for 20 years sounds a bit creepy, especially.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds like something you get from a sneaky uncle.
I take it not if you're laughing about it.
I'm not. What? I didn't hear that.
The way you're laughing about it, I take it wasn't that creepy.
Either that,
No.
Or they enjoyed it. I don't fucking want to know either way.
What would I want to answer?
Exactly.
You said you got ghouled first. What was that like being a ghoul?
It sucked.
Yeah,
I mean,
you did the sucking probably, but
no, not on my uncle. Thank you. What do you think? Do I look like a Giovanni to you?
I don't know. I've never met one of the cunts before.
Consider yourself lucky.
Well, we met one earlier tonight.
Do we?
Well, I mean, by the time he did manage to get around to embracing me, I had to fix myself a lot. Okay, I mean the Temedzis aren't very nice to their ghouls. Okay, they do very bad things to them,
What
especially
now?
when they misbehave.
Oh, you're Sabisky. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it? Fuck. I always thought it was pronounced Zeneth or some other fucking that Slavic shite.
I
Why the fuck do all these fucking clans always have such weird fucking names?
I bet there are others who think yours is just as weird.
You don't even know my clan, you cunt.
Doesn't matter.
I don't even have a clan. I have no fucking clue who my Sarah was, so I have absolutely no clue where my blood flows from. But it doesn't matter anyway, because all clans are just a form of social construct or some shit.
Well,
That's a sense of where to belong, sense of where to go, where you came from. You know where you came from, you know where you're going.
I wouldn't go telling that to Nosferatu. That's definitely not a social construct.
All right, fair point.
We can probably make a good guess what your clan is. I mean, what are you good at?
Well, I'm good at fixing shit. I'm good at fighting. And, well, you only need to ask the Archbishop about how good I am.
Well, are you strong? Are you fast?
Well, there's some current lying in torpor in the inside of the prison.
Right. Oh, and how do you get like that?
I fucking nabbed him one, didn't I?
Well,
nice.
Fucking showed him who's what.
Well, so you're strong then. Well, what clans do we are strong? That's the Buja, the Nos. I think maybe the Giovanni. So anyone I think
Gangrel can be tough fighters too.
Yeah, but our friends you're not popping wolf claws, are you? Or got glowing red eyes?
No, I don't think I've ever done that before.
No, so,
but here's the other thing. I know how to control people's mind. Well, mortals mostly. In fact, most of the people that you saw being brought to the Archbishop the other day, they had the most of those were conditioned. I think the word is conditioned so that they could. Yeah.
So that'll be it. La Sombra. They do that stuff. Dominate and potent. That's La Sombra.
Aye.
Yeah, they normally go to shadow manipulation stuff.
Aye, but problem is I can still have a reflection, so I have no fucking clue.
Also, not a social construct. So you're dominate and potent. Ooh, right, could be a panda.
Aye, that's what I fucking said I was.
Oh, fair enough. Right. Sorry, missed that. Right.
You deaf cunt.
Yeah, well, had a stressful night. As I said, met Giovanni.
All right.
Yeah, we had some interruptions in our Douglas meeting.
Aye.
And we thought we'd have a nice little chat, get together and coordinate so that packs don't like get each other's way.
Aye. How did that go, by the way? You met had a word with my doctors, Amelia.
Oh, yeah, like her. But yeah, we had a good hard chat, and then about scary Nosferatu sheriff Hennessy, that's the one, and then he decided to turn up.
What, a sheriff turn up?
Yeah.
Why? How?
He just appeared. He was there. Nosferatu.
Oh, it's just one of these fucking vampire disappearing act shite.
Well, I think he'd be like follow us around, sneakily.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to do that shite.
Yeah. Oh, or we need someone to learn how to see through it. Desperately.
How do you do that stuff?
What? Hide or see through it?
Well, see through it, obviously.
Right. Okay. Well, like some people, like Malkavian and stuff, they got the second sight. They can see through it if they're good.
Auspex helps. That helps a lot.
Right.
Os what?
Auspex.
Like second sight.
Again, os what?
It's called Auspex. It helps you see the truth. You see the world for how it is. You see the truth for how it is.
Oh, you mean that discipline?
Well,
I didn't know it's called that. So
that's one way to do it. It doesn't work on animals, so you can get like if you get like a pet dog, that would help.
Well, that's going to be difficult. You're going to have to glue the shit out of it because animals don't like vampires.
Yeah, you have to Google it, and then you have to learn a little animalism to talk to it.
We already got an animal, but unfortunately, we don't. I don't know how to do that talking to animals shut or that talking to animals deal.
Well, the other thing is like you can't see them, but you can see what they trail their leaves. If you have like sand on the floor of your haven or dry leaves, you can see the footprints.
Yeah, they're invisible, not incorporeal. There's a big difference. You can find out where they are. Bam, you can still get them. You just got to be smart. It's just about being smarter than they are. This whole life, it's about being who's a bigger asshole. You know what I mean?
There's no problem.
So, so that's the problem. We need to fight the leader of the opposition is someone we can't see, and we need to find a way around that. And he's going to keep following us around. He could be here right now. Yeah.
Well,
if he is, and then Spudgun turns to the nearest wall, and then he flips at the bird. Fuck off, you shite bag.
He's not going to be. He's going to have trouble hiding from me if he can't conceal his aura too.
Fair enough.
Sorry, can you explain?
Spudgun turns back to the crowd because he doesn't want to be talking to your backs.
Yeah. So what do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean conceal his aura too? What you can see through it?
Yeah, I can see auras. I have some other things too that I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got Melk who can see auras, but that's don't think that's enough to see through it, what he can do. Yeah, he's been around too long.
Far as I understood, obfuscate doesn't hide the aura; it just hides the presence of your body.
No. If you did that, you'd see the clothes.
Huh.
Yes, they're still there. It doesn't. No, it's not invisible. It's just that it makes you avoid them.
Oh, like it diverts your glance.
Like if they were sat in a chair, you wouldn't go sit on their lap because you think it's empty. You just go to the next chair.
I understand. It averts your gaze. Kind of distracts your attention. Don't look here.
It's like it's weird. It's weird. It's like you don't want to let yourself notice them. It's like messed up.
I understand. Sleight of hand shit. We're all about that.
So, the guy's a brute. Did you hear he killed a bishop in one blow?
Wow.
Figures.
Sounds like we should party up and deal. Sounds like we should party up and deal with the cat. Nobody should be 1v1ing him.
Well, funny you mentioned
the numbers,
that. Funny you mentioned that. So he turned up. Cassian's been given a week to find the guy or get hunted. Well, the guy's called Cassian out for a friendly duel.
Okay.
By friendly, I mean fatal. So, poor Cassian.
Well, I don't even know. Go on.
So I don't know. I don't think we've got. I don't yet know there's any plan that anyone's got to take this guy down.
Well, first you gotta pin him down, which is a bitch because it's like trying to hold down a ferret. They just wiggle away. You can't do it. You gotta find out something about him first. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Knowing your enemy means defeating him. You gotta be your enemy. You gotta get in his head.
You're quite well read. Okay.
Wouldn't it just be easier just to throw a fucking grenade at him or some shit? I mean, fucking hell. It's not all that complicated. You just have to find the guy and then, cut off his legs or some crap.
Yeah, but finding him means knowing him. You got to know his paces. You got to know his habits. You got to know his hangout spots. That's what I mean. You got to know the guy. You got to think like him in order to pin him down first.
Or you could just attract his attention somehow and actually get him to come to you.
Well, assuming that you somehow know that it's him, that's the rub there.
Funnily enough, I mean, he's offered a duel. Presumably he'll turn up, so we know where he's going to be.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
this is completely beyond my fucking pay grade. So
Yeah. So anyway, so the doctor's meeting got kind of interrupted by the person that we were talking about turning up,
Uh-huh.
and he tried to. Well, an interesting fellow. Very well informed. That's Nosferatu for you.
Oh, yeah. They're information brokers. Absolutely.
He's completely unscared at walking into a meeting of 5 doctors. Yeah.
Man, I can hear his balls clanging together from here. Jeez.
But the other thing we kept going on about was his sense of honor. It's like, I didn't expect that from a Camarilla elder. Maybe I should have, but. And the whole court offered a fair duel. I mean, 1-on-1. He didn't have to do that. He's obviously got, some kind of code he's following.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to weasel into being trusted or something, but we know we can't. I mean, so that to me, that just makes it more suspicious.
Wait a minute. He got very, very annoyed when someone, started questioned his honor. That was a real rub for him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's probably sensitive about his honor because I doubt he has much.
Oh, you see?
When you expose a nerve like that, it means something.
You think, okay, maybe. I was thinking he might be more like some Mastermites, some Paladins. They tend to be a bit, follow a knightly code.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy. Don't listen to me. It's all conjecture.
So anyway, after he gate crashed our meeting, we then go invited to go and see the friendly Giovanni. I don't know if have you met Giovanni before?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, you have? Which one?
I don't know his name. It's just some guy who was trying to dissuade me from acquiring knowledge, which pisses me off. So he went away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you may have seen on the news there is the BU's bailing out Ireland because the banks failed. Well, this Giovanni, he's the guy behind it.
Wow. Well, got to be careful about those guys because you never know what they got up their sleeve. They can turn you to dust. You got to be careful.
Well, actually, he didn't want to turn us to dust. He wanted to hire us.
Oh well, I don't know. I mean, they're free agents. You gotta be careful. You gotta place your bets carefully. You never know if they're not gonna come around and stab you in the back later on. They're free agents.
Yes. Well. So yes, the Ductus meeting was eventful and not as planned.
Well, at least I wasn't there.
Well, that's the important, interesting lesson there. It's like if we start going off outside these walls, are we going to get followed around by Nosferatu and it's kind of repeated?
I'd rather not be followed around by Nosferatu or anybody for that matter. Thank you.
And we desperately need to find a way to counter that. Because we can't even have a quiet secret meeting discreetly in a pub. It's very hard to get anything done.
Well, it's obviously they've got a beat on us already. They're already a step ahead. So we got to find out who's brokering information to him, in order to cut that head off. And then maybe we might be able to have a little privacy.
So, we just need a plan. I'm not sure. I don't think the Ductus was. Well, we just need a plan, and I'm not aware we've got one. That's it. Maybe it's above our pay grade, but.
Well, I mean, the only thing I can think is someone's got to warm up to him. He seems to be some kind of hoity-toity honor guy, so maybe that can be used. Maybe that can be used against him. You know, learn his paces, find out where he hangs out. You know, you just got to get right up his fucking skirt, find out what's going on with him. Got to do the double agent thing, but you know, I'm a youngin. I'll get crushed.
Yeah, well, give away to that bishop. He's clearly beyond our power.
Itchy.
So how's things with your pack?
They're pretty good. I'm still waiting for one of my pack members to hopefully teach me some rites, because here I'm a priestess and I can't even do the Vauldery. I feel kind of like a piece of shit.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I do feel like a piece of shit, I'll tell you. But you know, I'm working on it.
Has your pack got somebody who can teach you?
Yes.
Fine. Okay. I mean, we've got our own priest who could probably help if need be.
Well, if he falls through before too long, then yeah, I would invite that happily, because you know I can't sit here on the sidelines forever. I got a purpose and I need to fill it.
Sure. So tell me, who else is in your pack?
Yeah.
Just go. Tell me more. Who else is in your pack?
Oh, just a second. This is out of character. I don't know off the top of my head, but my character would. So let me get into my chat and find it out.
Sure.
Let's see. Let's see. There's Alfred, Everett, and Solon.
Okay. What's the pack called?
Knights of Blood and Death.
Knights of Blood. Oh, the Knights of Blood.
Yes.
No. Oh, you've got that. Oh, what's her name? Yes, mate. Yes. No. Okay. Yeah. I think you. Oh, is that? Who's your Ductus?
Yeah, I've got a Ductus.
Who is?
Hold on. More information that she has that I don't. I think it's Everett.
Okay. Well. So, yeah, I can't say I know your pack well. I've made one or two people, but not well. You were thinking you were given it a maid, weren't you, by the Archbishop? I don't remember which one.
What now? Sorry, I'm having problems understanding you.
Sorry, at the feast, the Archbishop was handing out domains. I don't know. Pack was probably given a domain, but I don't know which one.
I have no idea. I wasn't there.
Oh well.
I've only been up here in Dublin for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
I'm pretty new around here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Oh. That's Cumberland territory, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I had to get the fuck out of there.
Right. Okay. So you come through the docks or by plane?
I just kind of weaseled through. I mean, introduced myself, came here, and just thought it'd be a better place to put roots down because, you know, we've already got a little bit of headway. As much as the fucking Tremere let the sun in. But, you know, I mean, fuck. It's better than, you know, at least I can go into a bar like this, meet a couple of cats, and have a fucking conversation, knowing how that's happening down in Deutschland.
Yeah, well, there was a Tremere prince here. Here he's gone away and fled. The Camarilla here now being led by said Nosferatu. So, but hey, I hear we killed 5 Primogene in the when we took the city. So that's about as good a win as we can hope for.
Well, that's a start.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just got to keep going. You just got to keep playing whack-a-mole until the heads stop popping up, and you know maybe we'll win.
Yeah, no
get
shit.
some tickets at the end of the game.
Yeah, I do wonder. I mean, the way Hennessy talked though, he didn't think that they'd lost, or didn't want to admit it.
All right. Well, We'll have to go and convince him that he's wrong, isn't it?
Well, the way he sees it is we've taken the centre of the city, let Cameron still hold all the surrounding suburbs.
So
So we're surrounded. This is the way he sees it.
that has to be the well. Like I say, this is way above my pay grade, but I suppose the first question I've got to ask is when are we going to go out and commit to, how can I put this lightly, grievous acts tremendous acts of grievous bodily harm upon innocent bystanders and possibly some Camarilla lick.
Well, I mean, they're still fighting every night at the front lines.
Well, when is the question?
Well, I think the duel is on Thursday.
All right. Well, let's.
Or maybe was it Wednesday? He changed his mind. But yeah, not long.
Okay.
So I guess the question is Cassie going to want to tell up for an honourable duel or get hunted? Or are we going to do something completely dishonourable in the duel?
I don't think either way it's really going to matter. There's only two ways that it's going to end, and in both of them, the fucker dies.
Well,
Hey, as long as all the deaths are on their side, I don't give a fuck.
Hey.
have you heard these days terrorists using like suicide vests? They strap themselves up with explosives and blow themselves up.
Yeah, but I don't think we have any kind of looks around of them around here.
Well, I was more thinking of like, I don't know, Dead Man Switch for the duel.
Possibly.
I don't know if Cassie will be up for that, but
Oh, if it makes it any feel better, I've got one of my pack mates that could probably make some kind of, I don't know, IED. You know, kind of like the fucking nail bombs we used to do during the Troubles.
yeah, good times.
Aye.
Well,
Troubles are probably the best ones at those, I reckon.
thing is, yeah, I know. It's probably needs to be something incendiary, I would think.
I'll have to ask my pack mate. Then he's really good with this kind of crap.
Well, it's going one way. We know he's going to take the duel. We know where and when he'll be. If a bomb goes off in his face, he can't obfuscate past that.
Well, the best thing we can probably do then is try and find something we have to use our environment. I reckon we have to use what's in our environment that's in abundance and can cause a great deal of damage.
Well, where's the battleground going to be?
Oh, he did say it was some pretty looking bridge. In Dublin.
Huh. Well, most vampires don't float. Put those bombs near the bridge supports. The bridge falls down. We get the fuck out of there and let those guys fucking suck water for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That'll cool some heels.
Really?
Yeah, could bomb under the bridge.
Yeah, blow the supports. Vampires don't float, man.
No, they don't drown either.
Yeah, but they can't swim either. So they're going to be stuck there and they're pissed off, at least for a little bit. Give us some time to at least get ahead. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I think the bishops want a final solution, not just inconvenience him.
Well, you know, I'm giving you all I've got. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Well, you're the doctors then.
Sorry, what's that?
No, sorry, Spudgun was just talking to. Sorry, Rick, I forgot what your character's name is again.
Ceres.
Sorry. I knew it began with S. With S.
Why so serious?
Actually, it starts with a C.
That's S. That's
like Sirius Black.
Yes. Yes. Celia Black, you know.
There. That's how it's spelled.
That's just giving me an idea of Sabbat blind date.
Blind boldly.
I'll stop.
No.
I'll stop.
I was rather thinking we struck Cassian with a suicide vest, and that should end the duel.
All right, let's decide it then. Let's go off and fucking.
I don't know if Cassian's up for this plan, literally, but
We'll tell him it's compulsory.
What?
He's been volunteered.
Oh shit!
He probably won't like it, but you know.
Or maybe he can just fresh craft someone to look like him.
No,
I
he's
could
got
do
to
that.
fucking do it.
I could do that.
Oh,
No,
you
the gun's got to do it. He's got to do it. Unless, of course, someone comes up with an even better plan.
better plan than blowing catching up.
Blowing the bridge, I think, is a good idea, at least.
Well, why don't you just tell your duck to start then?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I mean, you know, if all else fails, rocket launchers work, right?
Who the fuck's got a rocket launcher?
I don't know.
No. You're not around here. No, I don't think you realise. Ireland, getting hold of any even guns is hard. For some reason, that gun ownership's massively restricted.
Yeah, I wonder why that was.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been here long. I'm just trying to find something.
Unfortunately, there's a bit of a history here of Southern people being freedom fighters for decades.
Aye.
They're not happy about people having guns.
Yeah, Spudgun gives a very suspicious look towards Nate. Sorry, what was
Yeah.
the character's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But then again, he should, you know. What's the expression? People with glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Oh, snap.
I mean, considering that he is part of a pack called the ICRA.
That's not my pack, but yeah, that's
it's my pack.
Yeah, yes.
Hence why I said people with glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Yeah, quite. And so yes, guns are hard to get round here. And I don't want to think about rocket launchers.
Okay, well, you know, I mean, all I know is, you know, when it comes to one of us, kill it with fire. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you can get petrol. I guess that's easy. But
I know petrol station.
Well,
One stop.
Gasoline and styrofoam peanuts makes napalm.
That bollocks it does. That's just stuff you found off fucking Fight Club.
Oh, piss off! I read the anarchist cookbook.
And that's fucking. You know that shite's all like FBI doxing shite. Anyone who downloads it has probably got like 20 people in the NSA just like looking at them.
Doesn't matter. I know only if you don't know how to download proper. You don't know where to you don't know where to tap your sources. You're using the surface web. Come on, give me a break.
Are you guys into like computers then?
I'm comfortable with
on YouTube.
I'm no hacker, as it were, but I'm comfortable. I can get what I want.
Yeah, our pack's not got a computer boffin, so I think it would be nice to have one. So yeah, where was I? Yes, this Giovanni Medici was his name. You might remember that from school. Didn't they like cause the Renaissance or something? Anyway, he wanted to hire us to go and clear out the Yakuza or wherever they are in the docks.
The fucking what?
Like
this is Dublin, man, not fucking Kyoto.
Turns out the docks have been taken over by these like Japanese mafia or something.
You're fucking kidding me, seriously?
Apparently. So the Giovanni want to give us
I
money.
didn't know we even had like a Japanese little Tokyo or some crap like that.
I know.
In Dublin.
Got some nice things, but yeah. Anyway, so he's offered us money and guns and stuff to go and clean it out so that his mob can take over instead.
And we told him to get fucking knotted, right?
Well, the thing is,
Did you just say his mom? Am I hearing things?
The Archbishop wants us to claim the city. That does include the docks, and so we're gonna have to clear them out anyway.
Wait a minute, the docks. Which docks?
The main docklands. You didn't
right.
specify.
And Spudgun actually, well, he's already stood up anyway, but he's probably going to stand up even further and actually pick up a shovel.
So
I'm going to need a word with me doctors.
yeah, sure.
Maybe,
But word of warning. Apparently,
I'm telling you now.
okay.
Anyway,
But word of warning. Apparently, we don't know what these Yakuza, whatever they are, but they can pick sabbat out of a crowd. As in, you can just walk in there in plain clothes in a crowd, and they'll pick you out and jump you.
okay, that'll be easy to pay. Well, here's the thing though. So can we to them.
That sounds like some hunter shit.
No, it just means that they're slightly different from us.
Well, maybe they could see auras. Maybe they could do. I don't know what they are. Maybe they're just some other vampires.
Let's just send me in their direction, and I'll twat them over the face with a fucking shovel.
Okay, well,
It doesn't need to be any more complicated than a gratuitous acts of grievous bodily harm and violence and all that other stuff.
Dude, you don't need even a shovel. We'll just send you with a sack of potatoes.
You're being fucking racist now.
Hey, you're the one whose name is. You're the Spud Cannon over here.
Oh, so you heard about that, did you now?
Well, I didn't hear about it. You just call yourself Spud Gun. No one what a spud is. I just put one and one together. I'm not an idiot.
All right, fair point. You're not as stupid as I thought you were.
Hey, fuck you.
No, fuck yourself.
I would. I'm fine enough.
Fuck yourself twice.
Nah, I don't get. Nah, that fleshly shit doesn't do that for me.
So,
I'm just emptying out my bag of insults here.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Welcome to Ireland. Guns are hard to get by. Don't make spud jokes.
Yes, unless you want to get the shite bitten out of you.
I don't do that anymore.
Good.
I stopped doing that about 40 years ago. Good, it's gross.
Anywho,
Well, that killed the conversation.
I've got to go now. I'm about to fall asleep at my keyboard, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, no worries. Yeah, you better go and catch up with your doctors. Well, give me my regards.
We got Ultra Mega Mass Homicide on the way, and I need to have a word with them about how exactly I'm going to be doing my role in that, and also I need to sharpen my fucking shovel for it to be shoved up some fucking... What do you say they were?
Japanese, apparently, I think.
All right, some Japanese person's arse with that shite, with this fucking thing. Either way, I've got to go. So
he's got to go digging for rice paddies.
That's slightly racist, but yes, that is exactly what we're
Well, come on, German, what do you expect?
Hey, fuck off!
Yeah.
Actually, the Germans hate racism, but everybody makes tongue-in-cheek
themselves
jokes.
as well, don't you? And either way, I've got to go. So, see you.
See you out. Gonna see you again, Spud Gun.
And Spudgun fucks off because Jason has to go to sleep now. So, thanks.
Don't do anything I would.
Yeah.
Like that. No promises. I'm saying no promises. There's a lot that I would do. Probably not as much as you, but either way, I'll see you guys. I'll see you.
Peace.
Good night. Peace. Vegetable rights in peace.
Right. So how you get on with the new pack?
They're an interesting, fun bunch, I have to say. We seem to get along well enough. I mean, I landed here just looking for anywhere to belong, and they needed me. They had a slot for me, so and I can't complain. To be honest, we don't really know each other all that much, and of course, there's not even a Valdery between the four of us. But I mean, I'll get there.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of new shovelheads around. You're one step ahead of them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, heavens know
I fact that if you can see auras, that could be useful. You can at least see the little Nosferatu sneaking around.
Yeah, I definitely could at least see some kind of shine. Like, what's that?
Maybe you should work on that. Work on that so you can see the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that far into the Auspex ability, but you know, I can see auras. I do have the super senses, so it's really hard to sneak anything past me already.
Can you do the talk to animals thing as well?
The what?
The talking to animals.
Oh no, I'm not that strong. I'm not that far into it yet.
Right. Yeah. No.
No ghost touch. Just aura vision and super senses right now. I'm better at flesh crafting than I am at Auspex personal. Actually.
Oh well, yeah. You and every other skill I've ever met.
Yeah, I got the looks in this figure on purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to run around looking like some plain Jane. No way.
Well,
that ain't me.
Well, that was Spuddy's question about why all the women around here look attractive.
Well, you know, I mean, there's not a prepubescent teenage boy out there who hasn't jacked off to undead cheerleaders. So, what do you want?
So, yeah. So, what other useful things do you need to know? Yeah, we've taken the city. We may be surrounded. General order: start getting control, get influence, blood bomb mortals. You know, nail down the city properly. So,
my path tells me to abstain from mortals. I can't mess with them too much.
What weird path are you on?
Metamorphosis.
What the god there? What's that about?
It's about becoming a god.
Yeah, so that sounds nice. Go on, tell me more.
Well, I'm not allowed to. I have to augment myself with my flesh crafting. It really depends on what rung of the path you are on. Depends on what restrictions you really have. As it stands now, I'm not allowed to show compassion to people. That's just kind of crap. It keeps me down. Keeps me from going forward. You know, hold on a second. Just a second. That's me out of character.
Sure.
All right, I'm back. Basically, you know, where I'm started at, I can't fail to experiment on myself. I can't neglect the needs. I can't neglect the needs of my own body. You know, my body is a temple. You know, I have to attend it. That's why I look like this. I want to like what I see when I look in a mirror. You know,
right.
If I have the power, then why not?
Well, I mean, hang on. So you say you want to become a god?
Yes.
God, but there is a god. We all know there's a god. You can walk into a church and feel it.
Bah, don't give me that bullshit.
Well, no, it's not. It's not. You can. We can actually feel it if we walk into a.
Don't fuck your feelings.
You know,
I don't even. You know, there's no soul, there's no God unless you are God. You know, you already transcended the mortal coil, becoming a partially godly by being a vampire. You know, that's what being a vampire is all about. It's all about becoming as powerful as possible and as close to godliness as possible, and that's all I'm after. Well, that's my number one.
Okay, so you could go walk into like the main cathedral here. You'd feel the power of God. It's not a welcoming power, admittedly, probably to you, but you'd feel a power there.
No, I wouldn't feel anything but the breeze flapping from between my cheeks. Yes.
I don't.
No, fuck church, okay?
Look, you can't say that stuff like that in Ireland. This is a very religious country. There's been a lot of saints have walked these lands and blessed many places.
Bah, they're just people who think they're important. Nobody's anybody, especially not mortals.
Yeah, mortals with the awesome power of gods behind them.
No, they don't have the awesome power of gods behind them. There are no gods. You know, I think that we are God in the image of a broken mirror. You know what I mean?
Hang on, but you said you're confusing me. You said there's no God, but you said we're the image of gods. That makes no sense.
Of course it does. I gotta speak synchronic, often contradictory. I'm an occultist. What do you want?
Right. Okay.
No, man is God in the image of a broken mirror. Okay, let's see. You know, stars exploded, right?
Yeah.
And when a star exploded, it sent its enriched guts throughout the universe, and then those guts became you. Okay, so you are a little piece of the universe, and you're in the universe, and the universe is within you. Okay, so what happens is the universe is actually experiencing itself relatively from one mind to the next. All right, so that's how man is God in the image of a broken mirror, because we are orchestrating reality. We are determining reality, especially the ones that are above human, the ones that go beyond human, like us. All right, and that's how it all works, because we're reflecting the same reality from a slightly different angle, like a broken mirror.
You're making my head hurt. No, I don't follow. I'm sure that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you need to read more, my friend.
Yes. Right. Okay. Okay. So you think that we should all try and become gods? Is that right? All of us?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
That's what we're here for.
So
That's what put me up. That's exactly what we're here for.
You mean like Set or Mithras or those other vampires that say they're gods?
There are some vampires in history that were worshipped as gods. Why not me? Why not you?
Well, because I'm not thousands of years old and of immense power.
That's okay. We're not stuck to the stupid morals of the Camarilla. You can go ahead and diablerize who the fuck you want. You can get strong in a couple of days. You don't need thousands of years to pass.
So where is this happening?
We're in a quiet. Well, it was a quiet corner of the castle. It's probably a loud corner now.
Where at?
We're in the main prison where the Sabbat main haven is, in a quietish. Hey, come on in, join us.
Okay, so communal haven.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh, you coming in? You just missed Spud's gun.
And
These two probably haven't met, have you?
She just kind of looks
over. This is Circe, newly arrived. Cerise, newly arrived from Germany. She was just telling me about her path of becoming a god or something. I'm making my head hurt. Please rescue me.
Well, good luck on your journey, Cerise.
Thank you.
So,
to future enlightenment.
I was trying to explain to Cerise that this is Ireland. You shouldn't go dissing the church around here. And God is very real. There are many holy places in Ireland and many blessed sites blessed by His saints.
I think God is dead, and we have killed him. And what makes us worthy of this deed? Being gods ourselves.
Help me out here.
They just shake their head. Everything can.
As I recall, we did kill God. He got
be
better
overcome
3 days later.
Come again?
We killed God. He got better 3 days later. Remember?
That's hardly a sacrifice. That's like having a bad weekend for our sins. Give me a break. He didn't sacrifice shit. He didn't die. When we die, we don't come back. It's a one-way ticket for all of us. Okay? I'm sorry. The nature of a sacrifice is you don't get back what you sacrificed. Okay? That kind of spits in the eye of whatever purpose you were sacrificing to. If I were a god and he was sacrificing himself to me and then came back to life, I'd be pissed.
Irreverent sacrifices are not really well taken upon.
Well, that's what I mean. He was supposed to be a sacrifice, and he came back 3 days later. That's not a sacrifice. That's a bad weekend. He literally died on a Good Friday, and he was back by Monday.
That's the power of God for you.
No, that's the power of mythology. People who write have the ability to create and destroy gods with a pen stroke.
You really think you got the power to destroy, when you say gods?
Yes, with a pen stroke. That's all it takes.
Okay. Could you destroy Mithras?
Well, yeah, all you got to do is stop believing in him.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it does. All you got to do is kill a god and stop believing in it.
Right,
It's your belief that gives gods power.
Then he rips your head off because he's...
It's a cage. It's a cage, my friend. It's just a cage.
Right.
You know, it's meant to confine you and restrict you.
So,
and once you turn your back on that, you become free.
So what would happen if you went up to a Setite and said, "I've stopped believing Set. The Set's dead"?
Well, I don't know. I've never met a Setite, but he's free to believe what he pleases, and I'm free to believe it's bullshit.
Well, I mean, you can't.
That's the way fair society works.
You can't defeat the ancients by just not believing in them.
Well, no, not ancients. Gods, you can.
Well, is there a difference?
Of course there's a difference. Ancients are real. Gods are not.
Oh, right.
The antediluvians were there. You know, I don't know if they're asleep or dead right now, but we came from somewhere. That's where we came from. That's how we know they exist. Even some of them are probably lurking out there somewhere. I wouldn't know. But they definitely exist because we're here.
Some are still walking.
Well, that's what I mean.
Active.
Well, Mithras was when I was around, and he's near enough one.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that Mithras is a Canaanite being worshipped as God.
Yeah, no, Mithras was prince of the British Empire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lived in London. I don't know. I know he's not around these days, but yeah, he was around. I don't know when I was a neonate.
The key word is was.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well,
that's the thing. If something is truly a god, you can't just kill it with a pen stroke. You could never kill me with a pen stroke. I couldn't do the same to you.
Probably just having a nap, like the elders do. Right. So turn to our new friend. Have you heard all the funny gossip from the Ductus meeting?
I have not.
Okay, where to start? We got gate crashed.
Yeah, the sheriff showed up and started playing with his balls in front of everybody. Well, not actually, but he may as well have been.
You know this Nosferatu Hennessy that everyone's after? Yeah, he gate crashed after our meeting.
What a dick.
Yeah, quite. You can't even have a decent secret conversation these days. It might do our business in a proper pub. So, yeah. Hennessy turned up. Called casted out for a friendly duel.
Oh, why isn't he dead?
Because he's considerably harder than all of us.
You were Ductus?
Well, yeah, we have the 5 Ductus there. Well, not just the 5 of us, but yeah, Hennessy's beyond our power.
Well, if you can't destroy something, bind it or outsmart it.
Yeah, well, that's what we're working on.
What, what, what pack are you a ductus of?
Me, I'm the ductus of the Shisha pack. This here, well, you can speak for yourself.
Oh, I'm the priestess of the Knights of Blood.
Amelia was there. I'm sure she could fill you in, but yeah. I mean, frankly, if we could have defeated him, he would have just disappeared on us.
Yeah, pull off that obfuscate shit. Whoops, can't see me.
Yeah.
God, that's irritating.
Frankly, it's better to actually try to have a conversation with him, find out more about him, find out how he thinks.
Yep, like I said before, like the art of war written by Sun Tzu, defeating your enemy means becoming him. You have to know him. Got to learn his thoughts, know his paces, know where he hangs out, and that's the best way to fight him. And the other way you got to fight your enemy is to fight them where they are not. Because if you're right on their doorstep, that's where they expect you. You got to fight them where they're not.
You got
to find some. You got to find some other way.
Is that your plan to kill God?
Huh? I didn't have to kill God. We killed God.
Oh, we did it. Oh, did we?
Yes. With the stroke of a pen. With the stroke of a pen. Friedrich Nietzsche said, God is dead, and we have killed him.
Who?
Friedrich Nietzsche.
Who's that?
He's a very important German philosopher. You ever heard you ever heard the phrase, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger?
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's Friedrich Nietzsche.
Right.
You ever heard the phrase, when you gaze into the abyss, it gazes for long enough, it gazes back into you?
Isn't that the somber thing?
Yeah, that's Friedrich Nietzsche.
Well, I'm pretty sure he learned that from La Sombra.
I wouldn't know. I just find Nietzsche's work fascinating because he was the first psychologist to define the human psyche without referring to gods.
Oh, she's a head doctor. Right, okay. What was he before Freud?
Yes.
Oh,
well before.
Right. What?
I'm not listening to the words of some hyped up fucking coke addict. I'm not interested in his work.
These are like philosophers. Why are they always German?
I don't know. You got thinkers from all walks of life. All the way from Eratosthenes to Carl Jung to Friedrich Nietzsche to, Arthur Kant. There are many schools of thought. They don't always have to be from Germany. But yeah, I refer to philosophers a lot. They've, especially the works of Nietzsche and Jung, they've really brought me far.
Right, okay. Well, maybe you should spend a bit more time learning the Vitae instead.
Well, I'm working on that too. And it's not like I was always going to become a priestess. This is a thing that I said that I would do like 4 days ago.
Right. Oh.
Give me some time, man. I actually tried to talk to the bishop about it. I got turned the fuck around, so I guess I just got to go talk to my other people. Hopefully either one of my pack mates or one of yours will make me actually capable of being a fucking priestess.
Yeah, it's a bit... I don't know, it sounds a bit weird, your pack's not having a proper votary in place.
Yeah, that's...
strange.
Yeah, it's all kinds of... It's just wired with the tits on the backside, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, why don't we just... You can borrow a priest for another pack, I'm sure, just to do a votary.
Well, I think... what's his name again? God, I'm horrible with names. Excuse me.
Yeah, not about
friggin' racking my brain here. What the heck is his name? Shoot. Friggin' Alfred. Yeah, that's his name. Alfred knows the Vauldery. He said he would teach me.
Right.
and I at least should know that. And I'm going to know a lot more than that, because part of becoming a god is to acquire all knowledge. I want to know everything.
All knowledge, everything.
Yes, everything.
Everything.
Omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. That's God, right?
Yeah, okay. Is it not, surely it's not possible to know everything.
Sure it is.
Okay. But not
Especially
everything.
when you transcended your mortal limits. You got to think outside your little box, dude.
Okay, so you said you can't become God if you don't know absolutely everything.
Well, that's part of the deal. There are some gods that are not necessarily omnipotent.
Most gods aren't omniscient.
Yeah, most gods aren't truly omniscient, but that's
most gods have a specialized field in which they are masters and excel.
Yeah, well, for the most part, they're just archetypal metaphors about the times and trials and struggles of humanity and human psychology. That's why they always are written about. That's why there are gods of love and gods of war and gods of disease and plague and famine and everything else, because they represent things about the history and the story of humanity. That's really what they're actually about. Even Greek gods, the guys who wrote them, the Greeks. The Greeks knew that their gods weren't actually literal things. They're just metaphors about human life. That's all a god really is. And since I'm not human and I will never be human again, why should I cling to that lofty bullshit? Let it go. That's just my thoughts.
But okay, you're using lots of long words I don't really understand, which isn't helping. But
I'm sorry. It's just my vocabulary.
Yeah, okay. But
I buried my nose in books and the Encyclopedia Britannica for about 15 and 20 years.
But hang on, no, it doesn't make sense. There are some beings who call themselves gods who are just like ancients, like Set and Mithras.
Yes.
And there is God.
No, there's no difference.
There is. Clearly there is.
There is no difference whatsoever. Those people that we call gods and those people that were actual gods, no difference whatsoever.
No.
It's just a title.
But there is
a title.
God. You can go to the sites in Ireland that be blessed by a saint, and you can feel the holiness there.
No, you're told to feel the holiness there.
Well,
there's no holiness there. You convince yourself. You convince yourself.
If we go and dunk you in the holy well in Dublin, blessed by a saint, you'll probably feel the holiness.
Yeah, it's because I'm going to be full of holes, you asshole. But not only do I want to transcend the moral condition, I need to transcend the vampire condition. So that kind of shit doesn't fuck with me. No more fire, no more sunlight, no more religious artifacts fucking with me. I want to get rid of all that.
Hang on. So you accept religious artifacts have power?
Only because humans think they do.
But that makes no sense. Why would human belief make them work?
Because that's what religion is all about.
No, but there is a God.
No. Prove it. Where is he? If he was in this room, could you point him out to me?
Well,
take me to God's universe making factory.
Well, there could be a Nosferatu in the room, but I couldn't point to him.
Yeah, well, that just means he's even greater than God. Because, the Nosferatu could actually be there, but God sure isn't. Like I said, if there are any gods, we are gods. Period.
Well,
it is our willpower that drives the herd. It is our willpower. It is our thumbs that control the face of this planet.
Are you now saying every shufflehead right here is a god?
Potentially. Who knows what will actually happen to them? But potentially, yes. Only potentially speaking now.
Every shovelhead could do something now that they couldn't before.
Yeah,
absolutely.
In great and miraculous ways.
Absolutely. I like the way this guy thinks. He gets it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But that doesn't make them God or a god.
No, they're potentials. And that's what
Is-
vampires are.
Uh, 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 is not Colonel Sanders a god to chickens?
Oh, that's awesome. And yes, he is.
By that,
And seriously, just there is no God. Rip that band-aid off now. You'll thank me later.
right, don't go around Ireland saying that stuff.
Then what are they gonna do? Take away my birthday? Little mortals, give me a break. They can't fuck with me.
I don't know, man. Car bombs are a thing.
Well, only if you're smart enough, only if you're dumb enough to get caught in one.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? Germany.
Yeah, so our friends who's newly
How long
arrived-
abouts?
Well, I was born there, but I was embraced back in 1982. And I've been here maybe about 4 days. You pretty lady.
I'm from Belfast, so
Wow.
you don't necessarily have to be close to the car when it blows up.
Well, that takes us
Well, I
back
don't
to
know.
our plan for the Nosferatu.
Well, you know, it's all good, because if I'm worried about that kind of thing, I'll just get a ghoul to watch my shit. And if he catches anybody fucking around with my shit, he's either going to kick his ass or let me know. You know, I mean, humans are beneath us, plainly. It's hard for me to consider any way that they could feasibly rise to the table and really conquer me, because I'm above them. So are you, and you.
I don't know. Do you think if they organised, do you really think we'd win?
It depends. If we were expecting them to organize and we counter-organized, perhaps.
There's like, I don't know, how many billions of humans in the planet now? With all their modern guns?
Guns can be dealt with. Guns are just tools. They're just little things. You know, I mean, if you're smart and you're within 10 feet of somebody, that gun is no threat to you.
Yeah, and tanks and planes and everything else.
That's just technology. You know, we are above their technology, and true horror comes in when science fails. And against us, ultimately, we can make their science fail.
I don't know. I mean, do you think nuclear bombs could take out an antediluvian?
Not a smart one. A smart Temedzi could just sink into the earth. And since a nuclear bomb doesn't penetrate more than, say, 20 or 30 feet beneath the ground itself, yeah, he'd live.
You think?
Yeah, nuclear bombs don't penetrate the ground very far. That's why cockroaches would survive a nuclear holocaust, because they live under the ground and the radiation just doesn't penetrate that deeply.
Right.
And I'm definitely above a cockroach.
Are you?
Absolutely.
How?
How? It's obvious. My creative capacity, my cognizance, my abilities.
Long words again.
Sorry. Everything about me is greater than a cockroach. Can a cockroach draft a cockroach draft a poem? Can a cockroach turn a fucking doorknob? No. Okay. There are countless ways that I'm above that. Just like humans can't, from a moment conceive, that they're just our food. You know, we control them. We direct them. We herd them because they're sheep. So ultimately, I can't think of anything to fear from them any more than I would a little sheep.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah, fire burns. You know, fire. But also, flamethrowers have a short range and a short lifespan. The fuel they carry is very heavy, and they can't tote that around for long. It doesn't. The fuel will burn out quick. If you are faster than they are, you can get behind them and crack their neck before they get a chance to even pull the trigger. You got some dominate, you can make them turn that shit on their friends and pull the trigger instead. You just got to be smarter than your humans.
Are you that fast?
Huh? Not yet. But I'm smarter than most humans.
Well, there's lots of people who are smarter than most humans. Lots of fancy professors at the university are smarter than most humans.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm even greater than them because I transcended the human condition. All the drinking and the sleeping and the fucking and the shitting. Give me a break. I'm so happy I'm beyond all that.
Right. So,
are you really?
Yes.
well, some of that was kind of fun, as I recall.
So what?
Nah.
What have you moved into?
I am in the process of apotheosis. I will become a god, and that I will die trying.
So, there's probably lots of people on your path, aren't there?
Maybe a few Temedzi.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that belong to it the most.
So,
But I don't know.
Are they all going to become gods? Is that how it works? Or is it like there could be only one?
No, this is not Highlander. Shut up, babe. My wife's over here giggling in my ear. She's like, there can be only one. All right, back again. But yeah, I mean, there are multiple gods, different kinds of gods that stand for different kinds of things with different abilities. Why can't all of us become gods? Fuck this alpha omega bullshit. That's so oversimplified. And they make that shit up to put you in control and keep you stupid.
I'm still disagreeing because clearly, manifestly, there is God and we can feel his presence.
You're told that you feel his presence. What you're feeling is the presence of your own ego.
No, maybe if we were like humans discuss this, that might be credible, but we can go into a holy ground and feel the divine pressing down on us.
We're feeling their beliefs pressing down on us. If they did not truly believe in that God that they believe in, that holy ground would have no power. It is not the God itself. It is the human belief system.
Hang on. So you're lesser than human belief?
No, I'm not lesser than human belief. I'm not lesser than human beliefs. I'm just reactive to them in one circumstance.
Right. So maybe what you need then is you need to make all the humans believe that you're a god.
Nah, I don't care what humans believe.
But
What? Does a lion think about an antelope before he rips his throat out? Does he feel any remorse whatsoever? Why should I? I'm no different than that lion. I'm an apex predator compared to that human being. Why should I consider his thoughts?
No,
There's no reason. There's no excuse for it. It's pitiful.
But if you kill the human becomes useless and cannot learn.
He was already useless in the first place. Now he's at least now he's food.
Okay, so this has been fascinating. I think the first time I had a proper chat with someone who's told me all about this path of, what's it called, metamorphosis?
Yes, metamorphosis, the same process of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly.
Right.
It's to go above and transcend, become more than a vampire. That's what it's all about.
you think when a caterpillar's doing that, it thinks it's becoming a god?
Compared to a caterpillar, a butterfly is a god. All a caterpillar can do is climb around and eat shit. When a butterfly is free, a butterfly has wings. It can do whatever the fuck it wants.
So Cirrus, are you a Demise?
Yes.
Ah,
Right. So hang on, can you do that with fleshcraft? Can you grow wings?
Yes.
Do they work?
Yes.
depends on the weather.
Well, it's like you grow the feathers, and they're just you get hundreds of control surfaces on your body. And yes, you can make feathers. What's a feather but an altered scale? That's all a feather is. A scale is just an altered skin flake. If you know your biological evolution and your biochemistry, you can do a lot with it.
Ooh.
And I could spread wings and fly off right now if I wanted.
Like a butterfly?
I was referring to wind shear, because that's a bitch.
yeah, I'll give you that. I can't control the weather yet.
Okay. That'll be the Tremere.
No, Caldoons can do it. At least I've been told they can.
Those back in the homelands, the mountains are theirs. Theirs alone.
So yeah, this would be fascinating. So we had the Nosferatu Hennessy earlier talking about his honourable accord beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
That was somewhat easier for me to understand and relate to.
The path I'm on isn't for everybody. If this path was for everybody, everybody would be on it.
No path is for everybody.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
But those find solace in their ways.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that they all have in common. They find some form of solace or meaning. That's why they're on the path.
So we were trying to come up with a plan to deal with the Nosferatu earlier. Well, I think we come to the solution of let's wait for his duel and blow him up. I think that was the plan, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, we could. Like I said, this whole clash is supposed to be happening on some hoity-toity little bridge somewhere. Why not take the bridge out? And while he's disabled in the water, fucking take him down.
Yeah.
Who is fighting the Nosferatu?
Oh, he's called Cassian out for a duel.
Cassian. And
yes.
Is she Ductus?
Yes.
What pack?
Oh, I forget his pack's name. No, it's escaped me for the moment. I didn't know it, but yes. So Cassian said something stupid and has been given 7 days to find the Nosferatu. The Nosferatu has politely offered out for a duel because he's honourable. But it's going to be a very one-sided duel.
Only if we let it be a really one-sided duel.
But is
this duel or monomacy?
Well, he's a cover and a sheriff, so it's not really monomancy. But it's kind of the same, I guess.
Does not respect Raite.
No, he's a cover and a sheriff. He certainly doesn't respect Raite.
Did you say he was on a path?
Yes. Well, we think he is. The way he was talking, it sounded like it. He said he was on honourable accord.
I won't interfere in that.
I like to say you're never in trouble unless you get caught.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to, at some level, I can respect his code, you know.
I don't think he respected us by busting in our meeting. What's this about glass houses and stones? That Spud Spinner, or where the fuck his name is, said a while back. It's exactly the same thing. He doesn't have any place to be talking about honor when he doesn't even possess it. His path talks about honor, yet he lacks it. What a fucking hypocrite.
I don't know, maybe I don't know anything wrong with respecting your enemy. That still means we'll kill him if we get a chance.
I think respecting your enemy means staying the fuck out of his meetings.
But
unless you want to get your ass kicked.
Assuming we don't come up with some cunning ploy to take him out in the duel, we do need a way to counter him sneaking around.
Well, you know, obviously he's arrogant. And he thinks he can just go and do whatever he likes because he's a fucking Camarilla sheriff. So that's something we can use against him.
So, I don't know. We've already spoken a lot about this. Have you got any other ideas? How do we counter obfuscate?
Auspex is the only thing I've got to counter obfuscate.
Yep.
The lots of auspex.
Yeah, well, people can work on that. Any other ideas?
Yeah, why don't you get out of my way so I can continue to sweep? Sweep.
Oh,
Sweep.
good to see you again, Albert. That's ironic. We were just talking about Nosferatu sneaking around.
AFK for a second.
I cannot possibly comment.
So, Bubs, you can help us with this discussion. What's a good way to counter obfuscate?
Don't piss off a Nosferatu.
Too late for that. We kind of did in Cookie City.
Well, nope, I'm just here to sweep.
Okay. Sorry, is that clan secret?
What, sweeping? I mean, I don't know how filthy your clan is, but I like to keep a nice, professional haven.
Oh, I don't suppose you met our new rival, points at Circe.
Cerise!
Congratulations, you've managed to master what I will lovingly refer to as diction. No, I haven't had the pleasure. They call me Leatherface. I'm basically the janitor.
Well, hi. I'm Cerise Violet.
Uh-huh. That's very nice for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, it can be. Sometimes it sucks.
I mean,
sure, it sucks to be all of us sometimes.
That is a terrible, terrible pun. You should feel bad.
Why should I feel bad?
Terrible, terrible pun.
Ah, that's your opinion.
Yes, inherently everything is an opinion.
Not everything. Some things are facts.
Certain universal concepts could be argued to be thus. However, I would argue that even in such cases, the stratum of human opinion oftentimes corrodes the very nature of what would in otherwise and in other situations be considered factual.
Well,
yeah, I can't counter that.
See flat earthers.
You two are going to get on very well.
Flat earthers. Fuck those guys.
I'm just going to continue sweeping now. Sweep. Sweep. Yes, he actually says sweep as he is sweeping.
I like this guy.
As I said, you two are going to get on well.
On a side note, one of you, or I don't know his name, Cassie something. He wanted a whole bunch of corpses, like all of the corpses from the feast. Does he still want those?
Last I heard, he did.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I think he's got a plan involving zombie legions.
Uh-huh.
We got a necromancer. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, all right, he's figured out that zombies can see through obfuscate.
How the hell did he figure that?
Well, they're having zombies, I suppose. So
Okay.
his cunning plan is to involve a legion of zombies and something called GoPro cameras, apparently.
The hell is a GoPro camera?
I don't know, something like camera.
It's a tiny camera. About he holds up his hand, like 4-inch by 4-inch square.
Yeah, about the size
it
of.
transmits images to a remote location.
Right. So what you're saying is he wants shambling meatbags with audio-visual devices strapped to their heads.
Yep.
Yeah.
Am I the only one reminded of this by sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads?
Well, I don't. A better question might be why in the name of blessed Cain, thrice sanctified in the name of the holy bishop's cunt, does he actually want these?
Gonna have to ask him. Unless you're telepathic, I wouldn't know.
I think he's planned to storm the sewers with them.
Oh, son. Can you imagine the paperwork?
The paperwork. All right. I'll be right back.
Well, if any of those happen to fall into various strange pitfalls and get mangled beyond belief, I could use some parts.
So yeah, that's his cunning plan.
And by cunning, you mean juvenile and inherently asinine.
Well, on the upside, he's going to clear up all the bullies for you.
Beg your pardon?
On the upside, he's going to clear up all the bullies for you.
That's true. It would require less sweeping.
Have you thought of a Roomba?
The hell is a Roomba?
A little robot vacuum. About, holds up his hands, about an inch, 12, 14 inches apart.
I like sweeping. It gives
Shrugs.
me clarity.
If it works.
I'm back.
Welcome to existence.
So why do you say you need body parts?
Reasons.
Well, of course, but what reasons, may I ask?
Those are mine and mine alone.
Ooh.
Understandable. I can understand secrets. I mean, we all keep them, right?
I mean, you may. Gonna go back to sweeping.
Well, enjoy yourself.
He will just sweep his way down the corridor.
And all I hear in the back of my mind is sweeper, 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 sweeper.
Like sweeping, okay? God.
So yes, that was the friendly abbot.
I'm not friendly, he'll say from all the way down at the other end of the corridor.
You have impeccable hearing.
Yes. Also impeccable sweeping. He will then turn a corner and be gone.
If only I could read a book as well as he can sweep. Oh wait, that didn't come out proper. Never mind. Open mouth, insert foot. Fucking A.
Well, you could do that as a Zabisky, probably.
Yeah, I probably could. Hell, I don't even need to be that. I just need to be sufficiently flexible enough to pull it off, right? I mean, infants do it. They sit there and they just garble on their toes. Oh my god.
Because most of their bones are so freaking keratin and not bone.
Delicious keratin. Keratin.
I don't think bones are made of keratin. I think they're made of a lot of phosphorus and calcium.
Oh no, but the cartilage. Sorry.
They're not sharks.
No, babies' bones are mostly cartilage.
I don't know about that.
Look it up.
Bah.
Excuse me, brothers. Would you mind please directing me to the library?
Sure.
You will see him walk very, very casually down the long corridor towards you. He will even offer a small bow, and he will say, "As I've said, could you please direct me to the library?" He's also not wearing the inverted cross, but he is dressed otherwise.
That's unfortunate. I don't know that Cerise would know what that is, and she does have a lot of academics and science and occult stuff in her background, I mean, in her traits, but I don't know if that means that she knows where the library is at.
As someone who's been in the city a while, can I point?
Yes, you can. It's on this level, about 4 or 5 doors down to the left.
Is that the bishop's office?
5 doors on the left.
It kind of is. It's unofficially her office. Everyone calls it her office because she's always in there, but it's also the library. I thank you, child. May the blessings of the Dark Father shine upon you.
He grins.
He will just calmly walk down and take the door offered.
Cerise face palms.
So,
Have you met the bishop yet?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I asked him for a hand. Maybe he would teach me how to do some things. And yeah, he wouldn't even speak to me. And when I said, please, I got threatened with the sunlight and told to go the fuck away by his security.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm pissing up the wrong rope.
Which bishop is that?
Mariposa.
Ah.
For the record, Mariposa's a she.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, as a character, it wasn't specified, so.
Okay.
Often hard to tell these days with some clans. Right. Well, as we said earlier, hopefully you got someone to sort you out with that. And if not, come and speak to us, and I'll have a word with my priest and see what we can do.
Absolutely. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
It's not right you having a pact with no Voldery.
Yeah, that's just like I said. That's like wired with the tits on the backside. Just isn't working. I want to make it work.
with enough time, anything is possible.
Yeah. Essentially anything, yes.
You can overcome anything with time.
What's that, man? Speak up.
You can overcome anything with time.
I like to say that impossible is nothing. And after all, you know, before all this happened to me, I didn't know shit about the world. You know, now I'm part of something that I was told my entire life prior was impossible and didn't exist, and yet here we are. So I'm certainly a living, quote unquote, living testament to that.
But hold on, you said you were a ghoul before you got embraced.
Yes, but what was I before a ghoul, you silly ass?
Yeah, but
That's what I mean. Prior to that, I wasn't born a ghoul, you know.
well, I don't know how else is a Miski.
Well,
Huh?
you weren't?
No, I was not born a ghoul. I was a human first.
Same.
Yeah, my great granduncle, he really appreciated my intellect. Thought I'd make a good addition, so he made me.
I see.
Yeah.
I know, it seems a bit like wrong to me, embracing your family. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, you know, I mean, like I said, at least I'm not a Giovanni. Those guys are weird. Those guys are really weird.
Well, I know, the one we met was very polite.
Oh no.
I don't know. Our clan seems to be about as weird as it gets.
You know, at least, you know, we don't do the whole, keep it in the family thing. We don't do that like they do.
They're just going to make invisible gestures to the air, like if trying to outline something.
Oh.
Like go like step by step by step by step, and then just kind of make wide swath motions with their hands. And just give you this kind of really look.
What? It's the truth, isn't it?
We bred entire family lines that do just that.
Oh, well. Call me corrected. It was good enough for Nietzsche.
Yeah, that sounds wrong. That's like the Royals do.
Nah. I just took the bite. I mean, come on.
The door to the office will at this point open, and a 6'5" individual with blue skin will walk out, flanked on either side by men who verbally and bodily threaten Circe. Or is it Circe or
Ceres? Ceres.
Ceres, thank you. I've never had to say a character's name out loud before. But by men who verbally and bodily threaten Cerise. They will stride very confidently down the corridor. They're dressed in a long black corseted dress and will stop as they approach and incline their head very slightly to Patrick. Ductus O'Malley, it is agreeable to see you again.
I'll respectfully rise as she approaches, return the nod. A pleasure as always, Grace.
I beg your pardon. Who are your new friends?
Friends? I'm just here.
This is Cerise, newly arrived from Germany, who is being granted the honour of being a pack priest among us. Is currently a priest in training, I believe, would be the correct term.
Yes.
And on my left is I've not been properly introduced, but I'm aware is an honest member of the PAC ICRA. Please speak. Just attempt to speak again.
Caden Hughes, ICRA.
Ah, yes. I must say that your doctor made a rather positive impression upon the council when she spoke so eloquently during the blood feast. Things like that will not be forgotten.
Hmm.
I, I, I have no idea what she said, and I hope to find out one day.
She will contemplate for a moment and she'll say, "What was your Caden? Was that your name? Yes? See?
Yes.
Hmm. You must always take your time when you speak to me. I value what it is you may have to say."
Oh,
Always.
Grace,
Hmm.
I had an interesting meeting or two earlier. I'll take out a letter or an envelope with a wax stamp on it. I'm not making any particular to hide it from anyone. It has a stylized G in the wax. We met with a Mr. Medici. I'll pass the envelope over.
Ah, yes, Mr. Medici. A charming fellow, I'm sure you'll agree.
Most charming. It was a very pleasant conversation.
The Giovanni, when they wish something, are very good at pleasant conversation.
See, as I'm sure he would put it.
Hmm. Are you giving her the letter to read?
I'm happy to hand it over if she wants to look at it.
She will. She'll look at the wax. She'll lift it and she'll scent the letter. Weird question. Did you smell the letter?
No one smelt the letter, no.
I didn't think you did. It has the smell of lilac. Very nice. Ah, I see. Excellent taste. Exquisite writing stock. The pomposity of the wax seal. Very much Giovanni.
Mm.
I assume that he had something to say in regards to reclamation of lost, etc.
Yes, he's been rather put out that his clan will have been forced out of the docklands by some Japanese fellows. Servants of the Ebony Dragon.
We've heard that name whispered by some of the underworld figures with a modicum of fear, and of course, every individual pack or entity we have sent in order to try and infiltrate this organization has ended up in has ended up in not a very pleasant state of affairs. So, it is interesting the fact that Mr. Giovanni approached you directly. However, the Giovanni have always been good at finding entities whom they believe can be direct when they need to be. As it stands, they are currently an ally of the Crusade in the city and are supplying us with some of our most basic needs, including a steady supply of, well, I would say, what would the correct word be? Migrant sex trafficked individuals. I'm not
Ew.
exactly sure what the phrase would be in English. But
So he was rather keen to hire us for, well, was it mercenary work. He wants to pay us money and weapons to fight these Japanese fellows for him so they can retake the control of the docks.
this seems to me to be rather beneficial. It aids the Crusade with much needed financing in terms of seeing to it that its packs are relatively independent and weapons are valuable in and of themselves. In all honesty, the packs that we have sent have been mostly newly embraced and inexperienced, but the fact that they were so easily discovered in such a short period of time is what interests us.
Yes. It's, I think someone
Feel-
suggested earlier they may have hunters with some gifts, maybe the power of aura perception. I'll glance at the others if they want to come in.
Yeah,
Or-
that was me. It does seem like they must have some way of detecting us, which means they either possess abilities or there are among those who do. There are those among them who possess them who they can rely upon. So I don't know. That's just a conjecture coming from me. I wasn't there. I might be full of shit. So don't even listen to me.
No, there's no need to talk yourself down, especially not if you're going to become a priest.
I'm just talking the truth. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just saying this is what I'm thinking based upon what I'm being told. And I don't really know, so I'm full of shit.
Honesty is commendable, but there's no need for excessive humility. It's unbecoming of one of your path.
You will question, does anyone here speak Spanish as a language on their sheet?
Nope.
Negative.
Okay. Mariposa will turn and say something in Spanish to one of her attendants, at which point the attendant will step forward and they'll bow their head before they hand her a letter. She'll, once again, it's a much more plain paper stock than the other. She'll open the letter, she'll scan through it to make sure it's the right one. She'll nod, and then she'll hand the letter to Patrick.
Okay.
So, question. Are foreign languages required study in Ireland?
No, not really.
Okay.
But you can reasonably do it in school, probably, I would think.
Yeah, you can do one, but when I say it's not, you do it up until you're maybe 16, 15, 16, so you do maybe 3 years of it, then you decide if you want to continue it on. So it'd be grade school, if anything, in any language. We tend to offer French and German.
Okay. Only reason I asked is I am stateside, and like Spanish, 2 years of Spanish is pretty much mandatory.
Probably normal, if not mandatory. But...
No, I had to take it to graduate.
Okay. So anyway.
I was going to ask if an academics role would be appropriate.
Probably not. You realistically need the language merit. In your hand, Patrick, in case you didn't read it before, if you have done, she has given you another copy. There is the invitation to the fighting tournament that's being hosted via the Yakuza syndicate in the Docklands.
Oh, well, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. The ebon dragon. Yes. Curiously, that's not the only duel in the calendar. We were approached, Your Grace, at our meeting of the Son of the Duck Dive by Hennessy.
Yes, we know. Unfortunately, it was blurted out in a most inappropriate place at a most inappropriate time, and I am still dealing with the repercussions of it. Mr. Cassian decided it would be an excellent idea in order to inform the council of this the moment he was informed, thinking it would save his life. However, this caused Paladin Deluche, who is a very honorable man, to view it as cheating in a contest of arms in an attempt to sway the agreement one way or the other. And so he is now demanding that Cassian fight him in monomancy, and I'm currently attempting to mediate the situation.
Patrick will put his head in his fingers in amused despair. Well, tact has never been Cassian's strong point.
The Paladin is an old knight, and he believes the fact that when a gauntlet was thrown down, if you attempted to sway the individual who may pick up the gauntlet, it is dishonorable. He is, as I say, an old knight.
I got the same sense from Hennessy, actually. He spoke much of his ideas of honor. He was quite keen to be seen as honorable.
Sounds like somebody not to bite your thumb at.
See. I do not believe that Ductus Cassian will die, frankly. I believe that the Paladin will bluster, and I believe that the Archbishop will more than likely intercede. However, on this matter, I don't know. As it stands at the moment, I am liaising, but it is a much grander usage of it is a much less grand usage of my time than I had been hoping for.
Well, perhaps he could put the monomancy offer to after Cassian dies in the duel with Hennessy.
The issue is that if we were to send entities in order to influence the duel, which is currently being discussed by the council, chances are Hennessy will already have his backups, his plan B, his fallback positions, everything pre-planned. So we would literally more than likely be marching our men into an ambush.
All sabbat shall observe the Arcturus Rite.
Indeed.
And the
However,
rites of monomancy shall be used to settle all disputes.
Yes. Yes. However, that is neither here nor there. Patrick, you are a relatively intelligent individual. What do you make of this offer via this criminal syndicate for their little tournament?
Patrick will take a moment to reflect. It seems, from their point of view, to be a good way to assess the strengths of other powers in the city at no loss to themselves.
So, you know what this has got me thinking? Perhaps these yaks are Eastern kindred.
The bishop's head will immediately flick around and she will say in a very, very exact manner, I ask you to speak? I was addressing Dr. O'Malley. When he has finished speaking, you may speak.
I apologize. Sorry. Sorry, Pat.
You'll see her nose visibly wrinkle when you call him Pat.
Patrick will also give him a look at that point. As we said earlier, there is much you need to learn about living in Ireland. But back to the matter at hand. It seems to me that they stand to gain at the very least a sense of relative power. They have nothing to lose by it. It may be an opportunity we could use to establish a dialogue with them, but it seems at the same time we need to go to war with them in any case, which will make that dialogue less useful. I would suggest we can perhaps turn it to our advantage. We can send some representatives there. They can attend. They do not need to represent our full strength. At the same time, anything they learn about these individuals and their nature is a benefit to us. My suggestion would be send one or two suitable individuals to fight and send with them an entourage to investigate while they're there. I do not expect they will learn much, but they may learn something, which will be better than we know at the moment. Is something amusing to you?
No, that was out of character. Sorry.
She will nod her head once and she will say, very well then. We will, what is the phrase, make a splash in this regard. Patrick, I would like you to assemble, shall we say, yourself and three other individuals to attend this little event, this little gala on behalf of us. We will give you suitable funds and suitable attire in order to appear as would the phrase big player be applicable here? I believe so. Yes. So that we appear to be negotiating and speaking from a point of wealth and power.
Thank you. Certainly, I will see. I will need one or two good fighters at least, and one or two good people with all specs and other skills to investigate.
I leave this task. No, you continue.
I was just saying, my own pack have their merits, but they are all mostly very young, so I may need assistance from outside.
Very good. In that case, select from the other packs. Find suitable individuals, bring them with you. I will make sure the funds and other accoutrements are ready for you on the day.
Very good, Your Grace. It will be done.
I'm led to understand that members of the ICRA, at least one or two of them, are considered to be quite apt in terms of the martial arts. Am I correct in that, Mr. Caton?
I'll nod.
Well, we had Spudgun with us earlier, boasting of his talents.
Yes, he somehow, with using nothing but a potato, he managed to drop the Herald, unfortunately, into Topor.
The Herald, that part I had not heard.
Mm.
Potence is
It's
a hell-
how. Hmm?
Potence is a hell of a drug.
It's, however, amused her Excellency, so much that she opted for no punishment. He's been awoken and is rather discombobulated. Now then, I am done speaking with the Ductess, she will say, turning her attention to the German Tremere. You may speak.
Miski.
Out of character.
My apologies.
Yes, thank you. I was about to correct that. I think it's odd that, amongst them, they were able to locate us so easily. And this connection that I'm making, I do think that they might actually be Kuei-jin, Kindred of the East. They're Japanese. It's, I might be pulling strings out of thin air here, but I'm just saying, be careful.
Can you explain that word?
What word?
You're using strange words again.
What?
I choose to point out, realistically, dude, I know what lores are on your sheet because I gave them to you. There is no way in tap dancing hell you know that Kuei-jin exist.
Well, I mean, Kindred of the East. That was a general knowledge. I'm sorry. I
No
deduct
worries.
that.
Cool.
Well, you can speculate they're vampires, I guess.
Yeah, you think they are a strange form of Eastern vampire, but to use the exact term like Kuei-jin or to understand anything about the Kuei-jin is its own separate kettle of fish.
I'm sorry.
No worries. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think they might be those weird Eastern kinds. So, and I've never dealt with them. I know fuck all myself. So just prepare for everything. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, I have need of someone good with all specs to have a look round to see what they are. You said earlier you could do that.
Well, I'm just beyond the basics. I'm not really good with it, but yeah, I can see auras and hear things and see things.
Well,
but that's about it.
The ability to see auras may be useful.
Okay.
What they are.
Well, if you need,
Well, at this point, it's either you or Rose, and she's a lot younger than you are.
Anyway, I will leave you gentlemen and ladies in order to discuss, if you would excuse me.
Oh, Your Grace, one other small bit of news for you. After the instructions from the Archbishop, my pack went about securing the important mortals around our new domain of swords. I'm pleased to report, due to some fortuitous leads, we've secured some influence over the airport, which is next to our domain. I want to ask you if there was any particular instructions or directions you had with respect to our use of that influence.
You'll see her stroke her chin ever so slightly with her long, elongated fingers, and she'll say, "No. However, make active moves to solidify. In the event the airport can be brought entirely under sabbat control, that would be an invaluable boon in our struggle for the city."
Very good.
If that is all, if you will excuse me. She will proceed to strides down the corridor, followed by her Templars.
They will allow a quiet moment while she heads on her way, and then she will take his seat again. So, Caden, perhaps you could speak to your own pack and explain the situation, and ask they send Spud to go on, and perhaps another competent fighter with us for this meeting.
This Friday? When is the fight?
When is the fight? Believe
Friday.
Friday, isn't it?
Yes, it is on Friday.
Yes.
I will pass the word to my doctors and
Thank you.
my
I
doctors decide.
explained this. Well, please relay the situation that the bishop has given instructions in this matter. I'll turn to Cirrus. Cirrus, is there anyone else in your pack that you think would be useful to have with us? No?
I think we may have had a moment of internet failure.
Uh-oh.
Well, I better.
On the side note, Austin, I take it you're not working tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Sunday.
I don't know if you work on Sunday.
Fuck that.
Sorry, this is just in relation to holy shit. Austin's doing a changeling scene and it's late. Continue.
Well, I'd better start making preparations. I've got a busy schedule between the debate, this fight. I suppose I may want to be present for Cassian's duel and another battle which my pack have to deal with. So, well, it appears we've run out of things to say, unless anyone else has something else to talk about. No? Well, I'd better be getting on with sorting out all these different tasks. Patrick rises. Well, a pleasure to speak to you both. Give my regards to Amelia. And we'll leave it there.